1/2 inch all the way around. What do y'all think? It's gonna bother me if I didn't fix that. I just now accidentally hit the button on my Xbox. Oops. There we go. Alright. Down to this. Oh, that's what I hit it with. Okay. I'm gonna say just visually those windows come out about an inch or so. Let me see. Inch or two. and come out about 2 inches. How far is this one from the wall? It's about a foot and a half. 13 inches. Which means that's going to go to roughly 1.1 inches. So we'll go here. How wide is the window? Measuring edge of window sill to edge of window sill, by the way, so that's gonna be 3 feet, 3 inches. That's 1.5. 1.5. What do I do with my pin top? Managed to smack it halfway across the room, lose it. Sweet. I believe I did it, actually. Oh, found it. So, I think I should probably get started building that wall. Let's see how tall they are. Inches tall. Yeah. Call it a foot and a half. So I'll call it an inch and a half. One of the most satisfying things of measuring tape. Ay, caramba. Not work. Let me grab. No? Okay. Five and a half feet. Called 5.5 feet. That's at 5.5 inches. Wonderful. Just do this number right quick. And go 5.5. Yeah, that's right. What the frick? Yeah. So 6 3/4. Okay, so I just made this one at the wrong dot. Or at the wrong point. Sweet. There we go. Sorry, I just looked at Twitter. This is my relaxation. This is how I made my camera case. This is how I make all of my custom storage and stuff. It's just relaxing for me, which is something that I need right now. I really wanted to do this with styrene. Styrene is incredibly satisfying to build with. I don't know if you've ever built with it before. But that material is something magical. Cutting through the back. I'm not cutting through the back. Interesting. Come on out there. Ah, there we go. I watch Adam Savage build with styrene all the time, and it's just the most satisfying. I just realized I never plugged in my hot glue gun. Well, whatever. I can cut some trim anyways. Benefit from not using that one. Now I'm going to use it this way so I don't have to turn my blade sideways to cut. Do this just to fix it. It's exactly why I started building this, was his video today. It was also his Air Tools drawer build with foam core that inspired me to actually make my camera cases out of foam core. Yeah, I actually have my old camera case that's being used as a trash bin for now. This was... I'll clear some of the stuff off of it, but this was the camera case before the one I have now. And I mean, this thing's held up great. You know, all the compartments are still strong on it. It didn't ever break at any point. I had some problems with delaminating just on this back corner here, but other than that, this case has done great. So in the future, if you need like a custom camera case, do what I did, go down to a thrift store or something, buy some old suitcase and build yourself a little case like this. I just realized I left my tissues in there. That's useful. But yeah, this was my old camera case before I got the Sony, and I had to rebuild it because I got the Sony. So yeah, just go down to the thrift store and buy an old suitcase and just build something custom like this. You know, I have raised platforms in here. I substituted these little raised platforms that I have in here with foam on the new case, and it works a lot better. A lot less detail cutting, and it's way easier on the camera parts as well. So those two leaves with foam, and it's basically perfect. Also, I use foam core for everything. So I made a hot glue gun mount for out of foam core, just because I use it. I have tons of it laying around. I say that, but my stock today is limited, but I'm gonna try something here. Don't know if it's gonna work. I may just waste a bunch of foam core. So let's see. Call it there. Trim it back a little bit. I'm gonna do this. It's not the worst thing. A little bit inconsistent, but not bad. Cut this in half. My knife is not quite as sharp as an X-Acto knife, so I'm struggling with this just a little bit. Oh my god, that didn't even cut through. While I don't exactly live in an old house, I still live with my parents in a house that was built in the, I want to say 97? I have been through a couple. Alright, let's see if this is usable. Yeah. Gotta cut off a little bit in there. Foam core is not exactly meant for sculpting like this, but hey, I'll get it to work. Right? No, I didn't cut quite enough off the end. I can imagine. I can only imagine. Use the other half of this. Hey, this half fits perfectly. Sweet. The definitively ugliest windowsill you'll ever see. I don't know if you can see the bench that's right, or the bed stand that's right there, but ow. I'm not good. I've tried to do this particular thing before. I'm not great at building scale models like this. This is something that I just do to relax. But if I get into a space and I spend some time in it, I can, maybe not interior design, but I can design very well for efficiency. That's one of my favorite things to do, is that instead of doing interior design for looks, I love to do interior design for efficiency and usability of the space. That's something that I'm extremely good at, and that I actually need to practice more. Because believe it or not, I'm actually an extremely disorganized person. Probably shows. Hey, Nick. Not much, brother. Just hanging out. How's your break from chasing going, Nick? So my dad already offered to buy me another car, which I don't know if I want to take it or not, to be honest, but like, you know, I'm tired of taking things from people. And I should clarify, not just buy me a car. That's not how that works. But make the payment on the car and then I pay him. So If I did that, that feels super disingenuous. If I were to not refund everybody on the GoFundMe, if I did end up doing it that way. We're actually looking at a Toyota Avalon right now. But yeah, that's just something that I'm debating, is if I go with my dad's solution, you know, do I pay everybody on GoFundMe back? I mean, that's good for you though, Nick, because you're on hiatus, so... Yeah, Hummer's not happening. Hummer's, they're also, unless you get a military version, which is a no, because then gas mileage is even worse. Hummers are not that reliable cars. So, probably wouldn't, it's probably a new for me. This is the part of the build where styrene would be, or we are approaching the part of the build where styrene would be incredibly useful, because I'm about to start building the like my table and my dresser, and my bed, stuff like that. So. Yeah, that one, and I know that you got burnt out at one point this year, Nick, and I do not blame you. Right after our trip to, what the hell? Right after the Benjamin, Texas trip. I don't blame you. I mean, like, that's such a long drive. And, yeah, Illinois has sucked this year. No offense to Illinois, but y'all aren't great. Although y'all had a tornado yesterday. Down in Mount Gerard or something like that, so... Yeah, I'm doing 1/12 scale, so just like a foot is an inch. So, That's the way I've been building. I didn't feel like doing... I was going to do 1/24th, and then I realized how small everything would be, and I was like, meh. Good. That's what this is, right? Yep. Yeah, 1/12 is for, it's actually otherwise known as O scale for model makers. So, and it's just easy to do the math on. I'm not the mathiest person in the world, so. Also, don't ask me why I'm losing frames on while I'm just sitting at home. My internet is so inconsistent here. Hey, I just got... Wait, what was that email? I think I just got an email from Wyndham. Which is... I don't have a scale ruler. I have Zeiss and Zeiss, which this is overkill and it's actually a pain in the ass to use. Let's see. Hey, my poll's done. And 54% of people pronounce it Glasgow, not Glasgow, which makes me happy because I've always pronounced it Glasgow. So once I get my car back, if I have like 2 free nights in a Super 8, who wants to go to Alaska and party in Alaska? Why Alaska, you may ask? I don't know. The only bad thing about this stuff, the foam board, is that it bows. And trying to hold it and keep it from bowing back is a pain. I don't do this often enough to worry about that, Jeff. That would be wasted money in my hands. Like, Alaska sounds fun, doesn't it? I could jam with Alaska. That really does not feel... Oh, because it's not. Okay. Okay, there's my vertical. God, drawing is something that I just can't get down. Mostly because I don't have the correct tools for drawing, but... I need more drafting tools if I'm gonna start drawing. I'm way better at this than I am at drawing. Furthest north I've been is Devil Lake, North Dakota, actually. Specifically there because last year, or actually over a year ago, just over a year ago, I went on a storm chase there when I was living in Minnesota. That was the last time I chased the Northern Plains. So this is where we are right now. And my hot glue didn't set. Dang it. You may be wondering, why am I not using CA? That's a really good question. Mostly because I don't have any CA booster. I mean, you know, it's alright. I got my two windows, which this window, you're stuck about right here on this window with a suction cup and a foam mount. This is where you are. And I'm sitting right about here on the floor. Or not on the floor, but on a desk. That desk is what I'm making next. And I actually think this piece is actually about right. I think it's too deep and it is too long, but I think it's not too far off either. Let's see. So 2 feet. So this needs to be 2 inches, which it definitely is just more than, no, right at 2 inches. That's incredible. How wide is this desk? 55 inches. God, that's a weird number. 55 inches? 54. So call it just over 4.5 feet. So call it 4.5 inches. To cut. Right there. Man, that's about perfect. This desk is actually... It is a... I don't know what this desk is. It is real, but I need to actually re-lacquer it because it's got a bunch. You can't see it. Let me see if I can tilt y'all. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a crap ton of cuts in my desk because I treat it like a cutting board. Let's see how tall this desk is. Actually, I can't remember. Call it 30 inches. So which is 2.5 feet. So I need 2.5 inch long legs. Each one of these gets cut in half. These are too wide, yep. I'm gonna make sure that these are perpendicular all the way around, so that my desk will sit at least semi-flat. These two edges. Not quite perpendicular. So I'm gonna fix that off by just a bit. This is all just guessing, by the way. This is one of those, good enough.
There comes a time.
I actually had a neighbor recently, just down the street, that, man, I should have bought it or taken it, but, they just threw out a perfectly good basketball hoop because a storm had knocked out a small corner of the small corner of the backboard, and I was like, man, this thing is still good, man. Like, really? I ain't gonna judge, but like, man. I will say, because I'm not using styrene and I'm having to use this foam board, I am not being accurate with what this desk actually looks like as far as like how the legs look and whatnot. I mean, and yes, I know that desktops have nicks, but they're deep enough to the point that it's actually a bother when I'm trying to move stuff around on the desk. So that's the only reason why I want to fix it and re-lacquer it, is because it's actually a problem. But yes, you're right. A lot of desks do have necks, and yes, it does give them character to a certain extent. And I do love that character. I mean, hell, as a storm chaser, got my desk in here now. I actually wasn't planning on gluing the desk down, but I kind of need to. It's not great. Of course, John Starlin's on a wonderful tornado right now. Or not tornado, sorry, wonderful supercell. I am brain dead today. There's also a beautiful skinny LP tornado. And sorry, there's a beautiful skinny rope tornado LP in Arkansas today. Sorry, excuse me.
You working on? Oh, you get building and thing?
Well, that's my room.
Yeah. Cool. All right, I gotta call this guy or send him a thing if you want this car or not. If you don't,
Let's do it. Sorry about that. let's see. Sorry for just being on my computer. I'm looking up some stuff on my YouTube channel. Oh no, you're all good, Jeff. I'm just looking at and hating on YouTube right now. Because to even be eligible for monetization, I have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within a year. Right now I'm at 96 subscribers and 50 watch hours, even after all this work that I've put into this. So just kind of, you know, angry at YouTube. Like, yeah, I'm probably gonna start following a Vince Valetti type thing and putting up videos at least semi-daily, even if they're short. You know, looking at models, at least doing a stream or something. You know, something like that. Because like right now, even with that one video that I worked really, really hard on, the time-lapse film that I worked on, it's just not getting any views right now. So I'm gonna have to just start being more consistent with it, I guess. don't know why I'm looking at models for. Yeah, you know, I chase super on and off. I don't look at models all the time. So putting out a video a day just is a real struggle for me. You know, I put out a video, and I'll put out a video, and I'll put out a video, and then I'll go like a month or two without putting out a video again. Just mostly because that's the way I edit, and that's the way I do, is that, you know, especially on this older computer that I have that I was planning to upgrade, but it's not happening now. You know, even with that, it takes 7 or 8 hours for me to make a time lapse, which I actually need to edit my time lapses from the other day with that little small storm. I'm procrastinating on those because of, well, what happened immediately after I took those time lapses. But which, fun fact, right after my last time lapse that I took, I was running back to my car, and I was running with my camera on the tripod, and the side of my hand hit the release button on my tripod head, and my Nikon. Thank goodness it wasn't the Sony, because I haven't gotten the new lens adapter for the Sony yet. Thank goodness it wasn't my Sony. And thank goodness it was a cheap lens that I had on the Nikon. Went flying off of the tripod and landed lens first on the side of the road and snapped the lens off of the camera. And the camera's fine. I have another lens on it right now, but the lens is basically trash now because all of the mounting points for it broke off, unfortunately. But that was fun. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what to model next, and I think I'm pretty much done for the day. I'm really just sitting here chatting now because, man, I went through that wreck and I haven't officially gotten checked out yet, but I have some problems with my leg and something with my back. So, it's I went to work today and I went to work yesterday, and it just killed me going to work right after that wreck. But they needed me, so I just figured I'd go. That wreck was freaking terrifying, man. I don't recommend that you ever get into a car that's going backwards at 70 miles per hour. I just recommend not doing that. I'm at the stage now to where I'm more angry than anything else, but yeah, at the time that was very, very scary. The other driver, no, it was a hit and run, so he full story explained by word, because it's easier to explain like this. Is that I was going like 75 down I-22, and it started raining extremely heavily, so I slowed down a little bit and started going about 70. And I guess the car behind me just wasn't paying attention and bumped the back of me, just barely, but it was just enough to send me into a to make me start hydroplaning. And so I started hydroplaning. I turned sideways. I tried to correct myself. I just couldn't at that point. and my car turned around backwards and went off the road, and then went sideways into a street lamp, and just went completely through that street lamp. Like, I mean, no resistance at all, because I'm in this big, heavy, freaking, you know, I was in a Crown Vic, so I was in what was basically the car equivalent of a tank. We just went straight through the street lamp, and then went and spun completely around and went nose first into that drainage ditch, and just hit flat nose first against the bottom of that drainage ditch. Airbags went off and whatnot, but yeah, I mean, I don't recommend ever doing that. And the other car just kept driving. I assume they saw what happened and just said, I'm not dealing with that, and just left. The old BMWs are. The new ones, not so much. The new Beamers are kind of not great. Alright, so this is where I'm at right now. I'm kind of getting burnt out on it. I've been doing this for a little bit, but this is fun to do. I'll probably do this again tomorrow, whenever I get a chance. Yeah, I'll do this tomorrow whenever I get a chance. But for now, I'll see you around, man.